Hello everyone, welcome to our session at Animae Caribe 2020. Wow, that's a big one because this year we are a partner with Animae Caribe 20, with Animae Caribe Festival. And this edition is the one before the 20th anniversary of Animae Caribe. So we're really excited with all the sessions that are going on, and we wanted to contribute and also add value to Animae Caribe sessions here. So we are from Creative Tech Hub Caribbean, Suriname. We are based in Suriname, and we have a customer base in the rest of the Caribbean, but also Europe and USA. So I'm here with my colleague Vincent Kenswil and myself Anushka Sonai, and we will be talking with you about the opportunities, challenges, and everything that there is in the ICT creative industry space in Suriname. But first, let us get a brief introduction about our company. So what is Creative Tech Hub Caribbean? So the name Hub tells it. It's bringing together many other things. So what we're bringing together is a group of companies who are working in the ICT creative industry space. And you hear me saying ICT and creative industry space because we want you to know that when we speak about creative industries, it's not only digital design, animation, game development, and photography, film. It's also ICT, as in websites, social media, mobile apps, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, blended reality. So it's a lot. And our group of companies is working in this space. And what we are doing collaboratively is working on the development of the ICT and creative industries, but also offering creative talents in the Caribbean, especially in Suriname, Guyana, and Trinidad, the platform where they can develop themselves into professionals in these fields. So if you want to become an animator or a gamer, etc., you can grow with us because we have the Learn, Work, Grow program, which offers students, anyone actually, who wants to have a career in this space, in this field of ICT and creative industries. You can learn, work, and grow with us. Learning, we have an academy which offers a lot of ICT training, but also training focused on the development of the professionals itself, business development and coaching, business coaching. And you know, you can only learn something as good as how good you have implemented that learning that you took. So we also have the work program. So you learn, but you also work on real life projects. And when you work on these projects, you gain experience and you become more employable, or you get more insights in how to run a business. So once you have done this Learn, Work, Grow program with us, you can either start your own company, or you can become a freelancer who offers his services to other companies and in the same country or other countries as well. So that is what we are doing. We have a lot of things going on, and I'll come back later with more of what we are doing. But first, let me ask Vincent to help me with the whole story about Creative Tech Hub Caribbean. I have told the audience like where we are now, but can you tell us where we're coming from, where we started?
So yes, thank you. Also, welcome at Animae Caribe. Also an honor to be part of it. Uh, Indeed, when I started with ICT or creativity, it was a long time ago when internet was introduced in Suriname. And I was a self-taught HTML, how do you call it, designer from the university. And I have to be honest, then I wasn't dreaming about making this sector a sector where we can indeed earn our money. It was a little bit then like something you have to do, you know, making websites. And along the way, then you realize as a company or a country in the Caribbean, you know, we have a lot of natural resources in Suriname, that the economy has to be have to have other pillars to grow on. So an ICT is one of those pillars. And indeed, the thing that was lacking was that you can learn these kind of things in the school, you know. So we started the company uh, teaching youngsters. You know, we had a course of 18 youngsters, 9 months long. We invested to make them web developers. But you know, ICT is something very, very fluid, and it is developing very fast. Now we have, you know, we cannot imagine living without a mobile or doing these kind of things. And last year or this year, we have seen the benefits of being online. Although COFIT is not something that we want to be in our, you know, environment. It is not good for the health of our people, but also you're a little bit, you know, the lockdowns are not good. But on the other hand, it is good that we have managed to use online better. So where we stand now is that we are visiting Animae Caribe since 2014. We are very proud to be partner now, and we are happy that Creative Tech Hub can be that platform for the youngsters to learn and to grow with us, and to make that pipeline in the Caribbean, make it happen, because now we can tell our own stories using ICT creativity, animation, to be one of the pillars of our economy. So it's a journey that will go on, and this platform is something that will enable us, and we are coming together in the Caribbean. So I'm very happy, and that is where we are, where we came from.
Yeah. I'm very glad that you mentioned COFIT, because I really want to mention to our audience here that it is COFIT that is making it possible, or it has challenged us to go virtual with this and not have the knowledge and all these sessions focused in one area. Usually we go to Trinidad for this, and now it's online and everyone can watch free online and tap into the knowledge that we are sharing. So that's something. And I think one of the biggest lessons that COFIT came with is that we need to challenge our thinking. We need to innovate, be more innovative, but not just applying technology to things, but also looking at the process innovation. Like, how are we going to innovate our processes, and what is it that we need to change in order to be more competitive, but also to gain more, let's say, effectiveness in the market. So one of the things that you mentioned, Vincent, was that we need to diversify our economy and not be so dependent on natural resources. And I want to elaborate a little bit on that, because what we see is that because we have a lot of resources, natural resources, we tend to think that, okay, they'll be around for a long time, so we don't need. But also in the COVID lesson, if the consumption goes down, then the oil price goes down, and then the economy sinks, actually. So it's not only that the resources will not be enough, but also when there is some other innovation or disruption in the natural resources field, you can also be come in a space where the economy is not guaranteed to be good anymore. So thank you for that. And I want to emphasize on Suriname. Yes, you hear me saying Suriname. Suriname is the Dutch pronunciation. So in order for Suriname to be more successful in the ICT and creative industry space, what do you think is the role of government? What is the role of parents, because these are important stakeholders, the parents, the government, other supporting organizations, the funding institutions, etc. So, what is the role with the perspective from Suriname and the rest of the Caribbean? And you and I agree that most of the Caribbean has the same challenges and opportunities. So, please tell us more about that.
Let me first say that Suriname, although we are in the Caribbean and we are part of CARICOM, Suriname always has been some outsider in the region. And that is something that we have to change. And that is also we are aware of as Suriname. We have to, we from the Caribbean are brothers and sisters. Together we have a lot in common, but we don't know everything about ourselves yet. And indeed, government, but also the people of the country has a big role to play. And what we are seeing and the experience that I have now or that we have now is that the private sector needs to come in now. We are from the private sector and we can see that there is a lot of potential. We always say there's potential in our youth, or our youth is our future. But what we are doing, we are lacking to give the youth the space to grow in this new world. Because before COFIT, we were in the new world, like the ICT world, and the youngsters knew that already. But now COFIT has also give us the opportunity to experience this new world, this new digital world. And I'm indeed, I'm be honest, I wanted to be now in Trinidad for the Animae, to hug our friends, talk with them, line with them, drinking some rum or listening to the steel pen, sessions we had last year. But COFIT learned, listen, people, we have to be human. And although we can say that to do something digital is not human enough, that is where we now can learn from or teach our youngsters, listen, what we have in the Caribbean, the stories we have, the food we are eating, all the things that we have in the Caribbean are very, we have to appreciate that. And I think, to answer your question, what government can do is to be the enabler of those things. Our governance tend to be some kind of, have the policy to give the people everything. But I think that we have to have governments who enable things, so enable the collaboration, and let the private sector invest in those new sectors. Like what we are doing now, the creative industry sector, what we also know as the orange economy. And the parents of those youngsters, they need also to give the space to the youngsters, because becoming a doctor or a lawyer or an economist, I think in 5 years, those jobs are going to be filled in another way. And what we can see is that the creativity that we have, we also see it in a lot of on social media. We can call like TikTok how much creativity we have. And what we have to do is to appreciate what we have in the Caribbean amongst the CARICOM, all the countries. Let's say you're talking about Suriname, Guyana, Trinidad. Those 3 countries have so much in common, and we can go further, and all the other Caribbean states, all the other Caribbean brothers and sisters we also have. So what we are as Creative Tech Hub want to accomplish is to make not only bridges, but also that environment, that ecosystem of creativity in the Caribbean.
Good. I'm glad that you mentioned the creativity and the potential that we already have, because let me share something with you. We put out a competition, an online competition, and for Suriname um, to promote the digital space and everything that's happening within the creative industry more to our local people, because most of the time what we see happening, like Vincent mentioned, is people are making the choices which they are used to make. It's very difficult to support someone, your child, for whom you want, from whom you want the best, um, to support them in becoming something where you yourself as a parent are concerned that they will not be able to provide for themselves. So you take the easy or the safe options and the safe jobs. So if the child comes and says, yes, I want to be
A dancer.
a dancer or a painter, then it's something, okay, we will support you, but you can do it on the side. It's not your main thing, because the ecosystem which Vincent mentioned is not yet as good developed, where creative artists, talents, everyone in the space of the ICT sector can have a good income for themselves to provide at large for themselves. So we did this competition to tell people that more is happening, because our aim was to get we thought, let's do a competition and see, and maybe we'll get 10 to 20 submissions of creative artwork. And today was a very tough day. The day that we had to go over the judging, because it was not just 10 or 20 submissions that we got. We got over 80 submissions, and I don't know the exact number, but it was more than 80 submissions that we got, and they were all very creative and so well done. And when you look up like what these persons are doing, we had persons from 14 years up till 50 years, like any age, people participated and they wanted to show their art. And there were some stories in there, because people also sent their 2 cents, and they sent why they haven't been exposing themselves. And some of those stories really touched me, because I know this young girl saying that I'm sending my work, I hope you guys like it, but I have been drawing ever since I was 4 years, but I haven't done anything with it because I was afraid that people would laugh at me, or that I wouldn't be as good as, the good painters, etc. And I was like, okay, let's go and see what she has made. And I was amazed. I was amazed at the quality of how she used her colors and how she brought out that
Creativity.
her creativity. It was done so nicely. And there were also like some older people saying that, hey, it's very good that you guys are doing this, because there's nothing happening for creative people in the space. So why we decided to share more of our stories is because there are a lot of things happening, but not enough, and not focused on everyone. So I think governments can play a central role in developing those skills, because the government is, in our country for instance, the government is making the curriculum for elementary and secondary school. And if we can just go ahead and have more space for creativity and sports and youth activities in our curriculum, we can develop our youngsters into the professionals they really want to be. So Suriname offers some great things, because everyone thinks that this is far from my backstory. This is something that will happen in the future where I will not be. But every future is about people. And Suriname has creative talents. We have exotic scenery. We have so much, let's say, stories to tell. We have so many cultures, so many variety of cultures. We also have fusions between these cultures. So yes, there are probably 10 or 12 cultures, the main ones, but you have so many fusions between these that sometimes I will do something and I think it's from the Indian culture, but it comes from the Chinese culture, for instance. So you see that the fusion is happening in all this, but you also see that there is a lot of that, which are good stories. So we can use it in storytelling and make Suriname or develop Suriname's economy with these resources. And it's not a far from a bad story because our companies are already exporting their services. So if we want to make an impact on the GDP of a country, we need like approximately for Suriname 40 of these companies. We need over 3,000 professionals working in this space. And I think that is something that we need to work on together with all the stakeholders. I personally find it very fascinating to be working with youth and, well, I'm myself a youth, but like working with more other
Younger youth.
younger youths, with more people who are my age and younger, because it brings on the creativity more, but it also gives you a certain purpose in life. You know that there is my tribe is here and they will bring this forward. So I think one of the great things of Animae Caribe is what Vincent was mentioning about the pipeline, but also bringing together all these separate markets, like Guyana is there, Trinidad, Suriname, Jamaica, Barbados, bringing them all together. Even Miami is here, and like you bring these all together and you have a large market. You have the sustainability is in there, but also the scalability, and it's more efficient to do it in a collaborative manner. And that's why I want to say that's one of the things that we need to be looking at more, also in other fields of our expertise. So Vincent, you want to comment on that?
No, I want to say that that's where tech can amplify the creativity.
Exactly.
And that is what we are doing, and we will end this discussion or this talk we have with our friends about what we are going to show them in a moment. And maybe you want to comment on that or give them some small preview on that?
Yes, so we will share two other things with you. What we want to share is the winners, the winners' artwork. We want to show it to you. It gives a certain sense of the level of creativity, but also she wasn't the most creative because we voted on several points, and she had the highest score on things, but it still gives you an indication of where we are headed and what's happening in this space in Suriname. So first we'll show you her artwork, and then we'll head over to a performance, and this performance is a dance performance, and the performance is done by three sisters, and the youngest is only 5 years. Actually, today it's her birthday, so if you want to congratulate her, go ahead and congratulate her on social media. But today is her birthday, and she's 6 years now. So when you're watching this video, she will be 6 years. And so three sisters and a cousin, and they create music. They create their own music. They create their own choreography, and they dance to this song, especially for you guys. So we hope you like it. And it's part of one of our cultures, the Indian culture in Suriname. We hope you enjoy it, and otherwise, and just let us know more. Reach out to us, connect with us, engage with us on social media, but also on email. Check out our website, and whenever you're in Suriname,
come and visit us.
Yes, come and visit us. Know that you have two friends here who want to collaborate with you. Hey, all the very best, and I hope you enjoy all of the sessions that there are on Animae Caribe 2020. And see you for the 20th anniversary also next year. Bye.
Bye.
Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Sariga Magarisa Gapani Sani Paga Ni Sari Rigarisa Sami Pa Ni Paga Ni Pagarisa Ni Ta Ta Ta.
Kirdaka Junuta, Dim Ta, Kirdaka Junuta, Dim Ta, Kirdaka Junuta, Dum Ta, Dum Ta na 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 na, Dum Dum Ta na 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 na, Dum Dum Magapa, Dum Dum Ta na na de na 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 na, Dum Dum Magasa, Ragda Dum Da 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 di ra na 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 na. Da da gra da dum da gra da dum da gra da dum 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 da na 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 di na 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 dum gra na di ra na gama gama ma gama ba ma ga sa ni sa gra na di ra na gama gama ma gama ba ma ga sa ni sa gra na di ra na gama gama ma gama ba ma ga sa ni sa. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Why, 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 why? Niri ba ma ba ga re sa ni. Why, 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 why? Pa ni sa sa pa ni sa sa pa ni sa sa. Why, 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 why? Ga re ni sa ma ga re sa ni da ba. Why, 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 why? Sunny.